Let's understand some examples with their rules. Example number 1. Venika wrote 3 letters. 3 letters were written by Venika. Now the rule is, the positions of the subject and the object of the verb are interchanged. The object of the verb in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice, and the object of the verb in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. Example number 2. Active voice. The secretary fixed all the appointments. Passive voice. All the appointments are fixed by the secretary. Now the rule is, the preposition by is used before the subject of the verb in the active voice. It is not always necessary to include by plus agent phrase. By plus agent phrase in the passive voice. Example number 3. Active voice. I had already deposited all the dues. Its passive voice. All the dues had already been deposited by me. Now the rule is, the verb in the active voice is changed to a suitable auxiliary plus past participle form of the verb. Had deposited. The changes of the verb will also depend on the tense of the verb in active voice and the number of the noun or pronoun that agrees with the verb. Example number 4. Active voice. My uncle deals in ready-to-wear garments. Its passive voice. Ready-to-wear garments are dealt in by my uncle. Now the rule is, action verb followed by a preposition retains its preposition in the passive voice. In active voice, it is deals in, and in passive voice, it is dealt in. Example number 5. His employers trust him. He is trusted by his employers. Now the rule is, the subject pronoun in the active voice is replaced by the object pronoun in the passive voice. Now let's understand more about this rule. I will change into me. You in you. He will change into him. She into her. It will change into same it. We, us. And the last one, they, will be changed into them. So the rule is, the subject pronoun in the active voice is replaced by the object pronoun in the passive voice. Example number 6. The baby laughed. The verb laughed does not have an object. So the rule is, in transitive verbs, verbs that do not take an object cannot be expressed in the passive voice. Example number 7. Active voice. Ragini gives Miss Mathur a lot of respect. Here Miss Mathur is indirect object and a lot of respect and lot of respect is direct object. Now its passive forms. Miss Mathur is given a lot of respect by Ragini, and the second one is, a lot of respect is given to Miss Mathur by Ragini. Now the rule is, ditransitive verbs, verbs that have two objects, can have two passive forms. When a transitive verb has two objects, then either of them becomes the subject of the passive verb and the other remains to be a part of the object in the passive voice. The object that comes after the passive verb is called the retained object.